Previously on Waterdeep Dragon Heist. You're definitely like in the thick of it now. Like you're in a hideout at this point. And you had heard stories of mind flayers, but you had never actually encountered one before until now. You see Yagra behind you. Her eyes start to go a milky white.
Oh, god damn it.
And you see Floon, again, he's like in the corner, fucking terrified. The mind flayer at this point is gone.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Let's get you back to your good old buddy.
Allow me to present something much more valuable. And he holds out a scroll tube.
I inspect it.
This is a deed to a manor, actually, in the North Ward of Waterdeep. It's called Trollskull Manor. Hello and welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Episode, was this 4? I think that's right. Of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, our Dungeons and Dragons adventure. We are here, of course, with Todd, Inarius, Alaric Stormchapel. We're here. We're back in Waterdeep Dragon Heist. It's been a little while, so we of course, off mic, I've given you a little bit of a refresher, so that we kind of know what the deal is here. But we are, just so that the folks at home are following along, we are currently in Trollskull Alley. This is the home of a manor that you were given a deed by Volo. That was sort of your reward for finding his friend Floon. And we're sort of, this is going to be, just so everybody is sort of aware, I don't know exactly how this episode is going to go, but I do expect this to be sort of a low-key episode. We're kind of establishing Inarius in Waterdeep here with this episode. So, what I've given Todd is I've given Todd a layout of the alley itself, and Trollskull Manor is not the only building here. It is not the only place of business here. In fact, Trollskull Alley is located in the North Ward of Waterdeep. And yeah, you've got your mansion here and everything, but you've also got several businesses that dot the alley. And I don't know if you're going to want to check any of these out. I don't know what the case is going to be. So this is kind of up to you. Let me ask you this first, Inarius. Now that we're sort of checking out the place that you have the deed for, I think you're kind of standing in front of Trollskull Manor in the alleyway. What time of day do you think this is? Are you checking this out at night? Are you going there during the daytime?
Well, now I'm trying to remember what time was it the last session? Was it like an evening sort of thing?
So we've certainly rested before then, but it was daytime during the last session because if you remember, we had to get the deed actually notarized.
Yes.
So do you think you just headed straight over there after getting the deed notarized, or?
Yeah, I think right over.
Okay, cool. Do you think, let me ask you this, do you think that Volo or Yagra or anybody came with you?
Yagra came with me.
Yagra came with you, okay.
Always.
Okay. So Yagra is with you. You guys are standing outside of this manor. The manor has seen better days, for sure. It is a and you've got a map also of the manor's sort of layout. It is a multi-story manor here in the North Ward of Waterdeep. And, yeah, you're just sort of standing in front, and Yagra's like, this is our fucking reward.
I see a lot of potential here.
Potential? What potential do you see here? The fucking... The window, it's it's positively ramshackle.
This right here is the beginning. It's a home base.
The beginning of
a home.
What is this?
Shh. Be quiet. Shh.
This is like some sort of medieval home renovation show or something. This is like the HGTV episode.
It's the beginning of a new business venture here.
I guess we might as well go inside and see what the deal is. You guys walking inside of the manor, the first floor is actually a tap room that you sort of recognize as being a tavern. And it's not in good shape, first of all. There are cobwebs everywhere, dust. I think, in fact, when you creak the fucking door open, just like a pilfering of dust, just all over the room, like it's floating in the air in front of you. It's dingy. There's broken furniture, tarnished silverware. There's like casks of old wine laying around. It's gross.
No. You see this here? All this.
Yeah.
All this.
Looks like shit. It looks like shit.
Look past the shit.
There's nothing to look past. Inarius. It's shit on top of shit. That's what this is. You bought a pile of shit.
Now, what I'm seeing here is a tavern.
I mean, yeah, it was.
And it will be again.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
Oh, shit.
Let's see what you actually see.
Oh, God. What up? So that'll be 19.
Okay, that's pretty good. So, with a 19, you look around the tap room. You're sort of like you've got a confident face on. They're like, yes, this looks like there's a lot of potential here. But you smell that the fucking wine in the casks is like turned to vinegar over time. It's just gross. It's just filling your nose with dust, and you're looking over you're kind of like looking over the room, and you see behind the bar there is a picture. It's sort of the only indication of what this bar once was, because there's old glasses and stuff like that, and there's it looked like there was a place for a sign at one time. Maybe this bar had a name. It doesn't now, but you do see a picture of a half-elf man behind the bar, and it's sort of an old-timey looking picture. Like it's definitely old. And you can just see a picture of this person. Maybe this was the bar's old proprietor or something like that.
See, all we got to do is clean it up a little bit. It's all good. It's all good.
When you say that, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, God. So it's just going to be what it is, whatever that roll was.
Okay. I think it was a 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15. So, with a 15, this is what happens. So, you hear it just goes whizzing by your head, and you sort of like dodge out of the way, you move your head by it. But something threw an old tankard at you, and it slams into the wall, and some of the plates come flying off of the old dusty shelves and smash onto the ground. And you see in the sort of like in the sort of like window, you see something being written, just like a fucking cringy horror movie, like squeaking as it's writing letters.
See?
On the window.
This place is haunted. It's got character.
Yagra is like at the ready. She's like, yeah, this sucks, and so it writes on the window. It writes, "Last call."
Well, I am the owner of this establishment.
As soon as you say that, you hear just almost a roar of wind that fucking like throws up like tables and sends them flying on either side. It hates that you just said that.
Show yourself to me. Take form.
With your divine sense as a cleric, you definitely can sort of sense a presence in the room, and it does not seem to be inherently evil. It's angry, but it isn't evil. And Yagra is like, no, seriously, this is our place now. And she's like, show him the fucking, literally show him the deed.
I will
we
show
have
him
the
the deed but I don't want to be. And it was probably the original owner or something. Maybe it's the half-elfin man.
So, do you just pull it out? Do you put it on the bar?
No. Let's put it on the bar, I guess. Yeah.
So you take out the deed, you place it on the bar, and when you do this, there's quiet for a second, and you see the picture of the half-elf man come down from behind the bar, and it lays itself next to your deed. And you kind of see the dust being rubbed off of the picture a little bit, and there's an inscription on the bottom, and it says, Barkeep Leaf, L-I-F is his name. And he sort of takes the deed and moves it across the bar back to you. And Yagra's like, I mean, you can't be too upset, Leaf. Is that your name? Tell you what, throw a bottle at me if you're Leaf. And then you see a bottle go hurling itself at Yagra, and she dodges it.
I think there'd be a better way of communicating.
He's like, look, all I know about this man so far is he likes throwing shit.
Granted, we came in here into this place. He didn't know what was going on. It's fine.
How do you suggest we communicate, Anarius?
Let's get a Ouija board.
I think we throw things. A Ouija board. So Yagra's like, Leaf, you should be happy. We're gonna fix this place up. I mean, Mr. Home Renovator here thinks that there's something, you got something special here. We can really fix up your bar.
But you know what? I want him to be a part of it.
How?
With the Ouija board.
So, as this happens, the Leaf actually pulls out a chair. There's actually a chair that he pulls out for you, and he sets the deed down, and he pulls out another chair, almost as if let's sit down and discuss this deed kind of shit.
I'd take a seat.
He begins to rifle through a filing cabinet that's behind the bar that has got all sorts of old bills and various. Essentially, it's filled with various licenses that need to be renewed. Mm. So the different guilds, like the Carpenters Guild, that's going to have to come through and do inspections. All the various guilds of Waterdeep that are going to have to come and do inspections, and all these licenses that need to be renewed. And he sort of slides them across the bar to you. Kind of hey, if you want to restore this place, these are your next steps.
Yeah. Glance through these. Yagra, come.
She looks through these and she's sort of like, Jesus Christ. There's gotta be. She's kind of rifling through the bills and the licenses. This is going to cost us probably about 1,200 gold.
But it'll give us back.
If not more.
It'll pay for itself in dividends.
We gotta go to the Brewers Guild. We gotta go to the Distillers Guild. The Fellowship of Innkeepers.
Yes.
This is bullshit.
But.
Also, where do you suppose we're gonna get gold like that?
Because this is gonna be a twofer in business.
How?
We will help others with their problems. And all that shit.
Okay.
And they'll come to the tavern. We'll maybe get some rumors. All that good shit. Check the rumors out. Make some money. Fix this place up. Bam, bam, bam.
That doesn't solve the matter of money. And then as she says that, kind of peering through the doorway, you see three figures. And one of them says, hello? Did you come and check out the property?
Yes, come in.
And then stepping through, it's Volo, Floon, and Rainier. I was, I'm so glad that you've found this place to your liking, Inardius.
I wish you had told me about my good friend here, Leaf.
Oh, yes. I confess I did know about Barkeep Leaf and Trollskull Manor's reputation and its history.
Were you trying to get him to kill me?
No. Of course not. Why would I want to? Why would I want to do that, Inarius? I simply wanted to save you from spoilers. You see, when you purchase a copy of my next book, Volo's Guide to Spirits and Specters, you would learn all about Leaf.
God damn it.
So, Rainier kind of pipes in. He says, "Hey, you need a little help with the money issue? I can give you a loan. How much do you need?"
Jagger, what was it? About 1,200?
About 1,200. I can pitch in 5. And then like Floon and Volo kind of look at Jagger like, "You got 500 gold?" Like that kind of like what, on you? And Jagger sort of like has this look like, what? And if you remember, she took a bunch of like shit from the warehouse.
Yeah.
That she has already like fenced and made some money from. So she's got the gold on her. And she says, "All right, we'll go in on this. Inarius, you're gonna have to pay back Rainier later on.
Well,
this better pay off, motherfucker.
In dividends.
In dividends."
Now, partner, as I go to shake hands.
Everybody sort of like puts their hands in Rainier, Yagra, Floon, Volo, and then you feel a ghostly hand atop yours.
God bless.
As Leaf.
God bless.
So, from here, we're going to sort of we're going to do a montage. So you go to all the various guilds in Waterdeep over the like kind of following days, and you sort of get the ball rolling on reestablishing this tavern. Now, here's a good question: do you want to rename the tavern? Are you going to give it a name?
That is actually something I've been thinking about a little bit as this was going on.
Yeah.
Now,
any thoughts?
Because what was the original name? Do we know the original name? Was it just...
We do not know the original name. I mean, the facts of it are, I mean, we know about Leaf. We know that it's on Trollskull Alley. We know that you sort of want to use it as a hub, sort of a place where you can kind of pick up missions and hear things, establish yourself.
Yes.
So there are a couple of directions you could go with it. I'm curious. Do you have any ideas? What?
I'm thinking about Olive Garden right now.
Oh no! Are you gonna name it Olive Garden?
No, but I do want the tagline is "When you're here, we're family."
Oh Lord! I mean, if you want to take this in an Olive Garden direction, we certainly can. The Olive Garden Inn or the Olive Garden Tavern?
We don't need to go full on Olive Garden.
You never go full Olive Garden.
Never full Olive Garden. Oh.
But the tagline is "When you're here, you're family."
Yes. That's in like a subtext on it. You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
I wanted something simple.
Yeah.
Something simple.
I mean, it could literally just be like Trollskull Tavern. It could literally just be something...
It's a little lame.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I'm just throwing shit out there. We also could... I mean, you could come back to it. It doesn't have to be immediate. But whatever the case may be, you have essentially... You've done the startup costs.
Yes.
Basically, at this point. Now... After a couple of days of this and sort of the things are kind of rolling, you're getting all of your licenses, you're crossing all your T's and dotting your I's, I want to ask you this. Do you want to explore or visit any of your fellow business owners and shops and stuff like that on Trollskull Alley? Okay. Let me know where you want to go here.
Let me bring the map up. Because they're not labeled for me, right? They're just number by number?
I don't know if you have numbers or what the case
It's
may be.
numbers for me. So
Okay.
I see it's basically 1 through 7.
Okay.
I don't know what is 1 the manor.
Yeah, 1 is the actual Trollskull Manor itself.
Okay. So I mean, let's just take a stroll around. Like, technically, the closest one to me would be 4, where it'd be like,
Okay. Like the one that's right across the street,
essentially, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, yeah, right across the street, kind of going down, you look like you're heading towards the south entrance, essentially. And you see, essentially what it is, it's a place called Corellan's Crown. And it's a 3-story, like, townhouse. And the 3rd floor of it looks as if it has been converted into a greenhouse. It's got these translucent glass walls, and you can see straight inside from them. There's just a rainbow of flowers that are blossoming inside of this place.
Well, I head in.
You head in. So when you come in, there are a few things. So you notice a shit ton of flowers. There are hummingbirds kind of like floating between the flowers, and there is a wood elf that you see with long braided hair tending to some of the flowers. And on the wall, kind of behind the main counter, is a sigil of various guilds. So there's a sigil there of the Guild of Apothecaries and Physicians. And you can see lining the back wall is a ton of various potions of different colors.
Hello?
And this person turns around and says, like, "Oh, hello. Welcome to Corellan's Crown.
How you doing?
Join me, won't you?
All right, then.
Would you like some tea?"
Sure.
And then there you already see there's a tea kettle on the countertop. "I was just about to enjoy some of this herbal remedy." They pull up a what's the word I'm looking for? A stool for you to sit and enjoy your tea. "Can I help you with anything?
Oh,
Are you in the market for potions?"
I will, at the moment, no. I'm just I just recently gained the deed to Trollskull Manor.
Ah, Trollskull Manor. Ah.
Yes, and I'm, I don't know if you've heard, I'm getting the tavern up and running again.
I've seen some guild members going in for inspections.
Yes.
You're taking over Leaf's old place?
Yes, I am. I've met Leaf.
I see. Leaf still haunts that little place, does he?
It adds character.
I see. Will the ghostly presence be scaring off your clientele?
No. The man, I think he had a passion for the place. I think he'd be very happy with what we're doing.
From what I understand, he certainly did. Are you sure that I cannot interest you? And this person goes, "By the way, I should introduce myself. My name is Fala Lefelier. And are you sure that I cannot interest you in some of my fine potions?" And they go behind the counter and like unlock a cabinet and pull out this like kind of translucent bright blue potion. "I've got a potion of water breathing with your name on it."
I will be doing business with you. I am also a adventurer in a way.
I see.
But at the moment, my attention is just getting to know the area.
Getting to know your friends and
Yes,
neighbors.
Exactly.
I see. Well, may Corellan be with you.
And you.
Fare thee well. I didn't get your name.
Oh, the name's Anarius.
Fare thee well, Anarius. I gently request that you refer to me as they, just so we don't get off the wrong foot with pronouns. What are your pronouns, Anarius?
God fucking damn it.
Like the elven god Corellan, I am neither male nor female.
Let's see. I am he and him.
Ah. Well, Anarius, I bid you farewell.
And you.
You walk out, and is there anywhere else you'd like to stop by?
Let's see. Stroll down, I guess. Let's take a stroll to the right, and it'd be to building 3 for me.
Aha, I see. So you see that there's smoke and steam billowing from the windows around, and you can kind of tell, looking inside, that this is basically an indoor forge, and there's a sign cast in iron above the door called Steam and Steel. And inside you see 2 people, and you recognize them as being genasi, which are essentially elemental humanoids.
Okay.
There's a fire genasi and a water genasi.
Oh, I see where that's going. That's cool.
And you can see, just as there was with Fala's and Coralon's crown, there is again a sigil behind the sort of counter. And it says, "The most careful order of skilled smiths and metal forgers."
It's basically just like I get where that is going. Continue, sorry.
Yeah. So you kind of come inside. What do you say?
Well, hello there. I'm Anarius. I'm new to the area. Just trying to see what's going on.
The fire genasi says, "Oh, hello. Name is Embrick. This is Avi."
Great names.
And then the water genasi says, "Yes, I am Avi. What can we do for you, Anarius?"
I'm just letting everybody know I'm getting the tavern up and running again.
Yeah. Oh, the tavern.
Yes.
Which tavern?
Leaf's old place.
Embrick says, "Leaf's old place? Oh, just another business to take my fucking money!"
No,
and you see you see the fire like flare up, and Avi sort of like, "Hey, calm down, Embrick, calm down. Sorry, he's prone to mood swings. He's a descendant of the Ifrit.
Bit of a hothead.
A bit of a hothead.
I just want everyone to know here that when you're at my tavern, you're family."
Avi sort of like calmly looks at you and says, Leaf was known for his endless breadsticks. Will these endless breadsticks be returning?
I will look into it. I may have to get the recipe from the Spectre himself.
Ah. And then Embrick sort of turns around and continues forging a sword that he's working on. And Avi says, "Anarius, I worship the god of peace. I am an expert armorsmith. But I suspect that you will cause great wealth to come into our alley."
Yes. Dividends.
Can you ensure that your tavern has no bar fights?
I will try my best.
Can you ensure that there will be no more killings?
I will strive for that.
In the name of Eldath. And then Embrick sort of, "Oh my god, with the Eldath." Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Good day, Anarius.
And to the both of you.
All right, where else would you like to go? At this point, I feel like you're just going to like go through the whole...
Yeah, essentially, I'm just kind of just chilling at this point, enjoying this.
Visiting the NPCs.
Yes.
Where to next?
I think, so there is... That's building 3, right?
Yes.
So we just go across the way to building 2.
Building 2. It is a shop. It looks pretty bare. The only thing is that there is a small wooden sign hanging atop its main door, and it has a large bent nail sticking out of it. When you come inside, The front room has got displays of like ornate wooden furniture. It's got a selection of wooden bows and crossbows. It actually smells of like fresh. You know when woodworking is like freshly done and it just the wood smells like you've put a pine oil on it.
Yes.
Like that nice fresh wood lacquer smell. That's what it smells like in there. And the wall behind the counter is lined with rows of finely carved canes and wooden shields and quarterstaffs. And there's a half-elf carpenter and wood carver sort of whittling away behind the counter, working on what looks like it's a small toy or something.
Mm. The craftsmanship here at work. Mm.
Oh, thank you. You a carpenter?
No, I just respect good wood.
Ooh, I've got plenty of good wood here for you, friend. Plenty of good wood for you. What of my wood strikes your fancy, friend?
I do respect the wall behind you there.
This is some of the hardest wood you can find.
God damn.
He takes off his sort of like dusty, sawdusty glove and extends a hand to you. The name's Tally Fellbranch. Nice to meet you.
Name's Anarius. I'm new to the area. I don't know if you've heard about the Leaf's old place opening back up pretty soon.
Leaf's old place opening back up,
yes,
huh?
Yes. I got the deed to the place recently, and I saw a lot of potential there.
Well, let me ask you this, Anarius. You bringing back the endless breadsticks?
I actually just recently was just talking to Avi across the way there.
That motherfucker loves breadsticks.
I wish I knew about these breadsticks. I need to get the recipe from Leaf himself. He's still around, haunting the place a little bit.
I'm sure.
Adds character.
Well, let me ask you this, Anarius. Are you renaming the place? You got a name for it yet?
I'm still thinking about it. Do you know the original name?
The original name? That's actually an excellent question. I don't. You know what, though? Give me just a second. And Tally kind of disappears underneath the counter for a second and pulls out a small book that contains the deed to his place, and it actually has a map that looks really similar to the one that you have of Trollskull Alley. And listed where Trollskull Manor was, it says Trollskull Manor / the Beaten Drum. Or, sorry, Trollskull Manor / the Broken Drum.
I kind of dig that.
And he says, so I guess that was it, the Broken Drum.
I enjoy that. We may have to keep that name.
Well, whatever you decide, Anarius, let me know. I'll whip you up a sign for the place free of charge.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, don't mention it. Just remember, the Bent Nail, Tally Fellbranch, tell your friends.
And here at the tavern that we don't have a name just quite yet, we're family.
The Broken Drum. You know what? I know you have that your family motto, but you know what else you could say?
What's that?
If you're at the Broken Drum, you can't beat it.
I like that. I do like that.
Right. Well, have a good one, Anarius.
You too.
Where to next?
Oh, shit. We're heading to building number 7.
So, number 7 is actually not a building.
Oh, shit.
At the far east end of Trollskull Alley, it's actually just a removable metal grate that opens up to the sewer.
Oh. Hello, sewer. No,
Hi, I'm Sewer McSewerface. I'm an NPC and a shopkeeper.
So at that
Step right into my sewer. Breadsticks.
At that point, we're going to head to building number 5.
So, yeah, you can kind of come up to the northeast entrance and head down the street there to building number 5. This is actually it's pretty unremarkable building on the outside as you look at it. The only real distinguishing feature is a mark that is an orange and black sign that features a cat's eyes. And when you look at it, when you step inside, it kind of looks like an apartment. Like it looks like somebody's living quarters. Like very sort of dimly lit by flickering oil lamps. And when you go in, you see a human man kind of in a trench coat. And he kind of comes up and he says, "Oh, hello. What can I do for you?"
Just introducing myself to everyone in the alley. I'm the new owner of Trollskull Manor.
I see. And the man pulls back his trench coat, and you see underneath he's got this like sharp suit, and he kind of brandishes a calabash pipe, and he says, "Name's Vincent Trench. He does this all really quickly, and the reason sorry, Siri went off. He does this all really quickly, like just within seconds. He like pulls the pipe out and puts it in his mouth, and he tucks his hands back in his trench coat pockets. His hands are kind of in his pockets the entire time. Mm. And he says, "Vincent Trench, nice to meet you."
Yeah, nice to meet you. The name's Anarius.
Well, Anarius, forgive me for not shaking your hand. I'm coming down with a little something, and I don't want the contagion to spread.
I appreciate that.
Normally, I'd shake your hand. I'm all about shaking the hands. Anyway, step inside. What can I do for you? You got somebody that needs finding.
Oh, you private eye?
Takes a drag from his pipe. He says, "Yep, this is the tiger's eye. I've been here for years, just kind of making my way here as a private detective."
I feel like me and you could work together in a way. Recently.
How so?
Well, the job that got me the Trollskull Manor, I had to find someone.
Oh, I'm very good at that, Anarius.
Yeah.
Call your boy Vincent if you need to find anybody. Find any secrets.
Yeah. I'm very
good at that.
I'll definitely be revisiting you. I'm also, at an adventure trade in a way. But yeah.
I don't do it for free.
Of course.
But I'm happy to help. But tell you what, would you be interested in striking a small business arrangement?
Sure. What's the deal?
You say you moved into Trollskull Manor?
Yes.
You're opening up the tavern?
Yep.
So, let me ask you this. Would you be willing to post advertisements for the Tiger's Eye in there?
I definitely would. No.
In return, I will offer you a discount on my services, should you need to find out anything.
I think that's something that we can arrange. Shake his hand.
Oh, no. So you go to shake his hand, and he kind of leans back. He's like, "Yeah, it's X-nay on the and hey."
Yeah, I forgot.
Anyway, I will bid you adieu. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. I think we're gonna have a very lucrative future together.
Likewise. See you around.
We got one last building.
Yep.
Further down, this is a bookstore. The front of it is adorned with this sign that's got a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. And as you head in, the shop is decorated with beautiful hardwood, and you can smell just the sort of, old book smell? It's like one of my favorite smells. Old book smell, that sort of earthy, sort of like sweet scent. And this place is filled with that good old book stink. And it's a 3-story building, and the library is 2 of them. You can actually see up the 3 stories, and 2 of them are just straight books. It actually seems like there are more shelves than the building should be able to hold. And you see a short gold dragonborn that is actually on a ladder thumbing through the racks. Does not hear you come in.
I announce myself in a subtle manner.
How so?
Maybe do a slight knock on something.
Okay. You just do like kind of a gentle knock on the countertop.
Yes.
And the Dragonborn, oh, hello. It sort of kind of comes down and comes to greet you. It says, my name's Rashal. They call me Rashal the Page Turner. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name's Narius.
Nice to meet you, Narius. Hey, what can I do you for? Are you looking for a spell scroll? Are you looking for a book?
Well, it may be in time, but at the moment I was just kind of going around the alley, introducing myself. I'm the new owner of Trollskull Manor, and I am reopening the tavern. But yeah.
The tavern?
Yes.
So is it going to be full? Is it going to be full service again? Are you going to have the food?
Now, I've been hearing about these breadsticks from everyone on the alley.
I'm not going to lie. I was just going to ask about the breadsticks.
Now, I will make it my mission. I need to get the recipe of those breadsticks from Leaf himself. He still haunts the place. Adds character.
I think we can probably figure that out.
Well.
You see Rashal kind of like scurry up the stairs to the second floor, and you see him thumb through the books real quick, and as if he clearly knows his way around his shop.
Yeah.
He comes down, he produces a recipe book, and thumbs through the pages, and with all this all happens within like 30 seconds, and he pulls out to a page with a breadstick recipe. He says, This should be pretty solid if Leaf can't get you the actual recipe.
Now, how much is this going to cost me?
Tell you what, first hit's free. Once you get addicted to the wide world of learning, you'll be back.
I appreciate you.
Ride the reading rainbow, my friend.
Oh, Lord. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I'm sure I'll be back.
Yeah, no worries. And hey, keep that book out as long as you want, as long as it makes delicious breadsticks.
Oh, thank you.
So you have now met everybody on your alley. You've been a very cordial and friendly neighbor.
Yes.
When you make your way back to your establishment, and you're doing this all by yourself, I assume, not with Yagra. Of course.
Yagra I left her at the tavern, or the Trollskull.
There is, of course, several floors. I'm sure Yagra took one of the bedrooms.
Of course.
She's probably just chilling. When you come in to your establishment, you walk in through that first floor into the tavern room. You see a man sitting there. He's got kind of a salt and pepper beard. He's got kind of a newsman's cap. He's kind of plump. He's a little fat. And he's sitting on the bar stool in your dark and dingy sort of bar. And he says, nice to meet you. You're fixing up the old place, huh?
Yes. What can I do for you, sir?
Name's Emic Froon. I guess I'm your competition.
Oh.
He says, yeah, I got another establishment here in the North Ward, Froon's Brews. Maybe you heard of it.
I have not.
He says, well, let me just tell you this. I wanted to buy this little place. How did you get a hold of it? I thought fucking Godarm had it.
Well, that's not who I got it from.
It actually is.
Oh,
Volotham Godarm.
Oh, well.
That's Volo's last name.
I forgot his last name. My bad.
Yeah, you're good.
Well, tasked me with a job. I completed that job, and this was my payment.
Volo's a real piece of shit. All right. Tell you what. Just don't steal any of my clientele, all right?
Well, they want to come to a better establishment. That's on them.
He suddenly, like, he looks kind of aggro, and he kind of gets up in your face. He's shorter than you, but he's definitely like looking up, and he kind of strokes his. He's like a better establishment, friend. There is no better establishment than Froon's Brews.
Well, when you're here, you're family.
He says, I better not hear that you're bringing back the motherfucking breadsticks.
Oh, they're coming back.
God damn it. If the breadsticks come back, I'm going to lose business for sure. You haven't seen the last of me, Anarius.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
He sort of storms out, and over the over the ensuing days, you're kind of Yagra is kind of like sitting at the bar. All the various repairs are starting to happen. The guilds are kind of starting to come in and make their various repairs on the place. And it's actually starting to look halfway decent in there, to the point where, within probably a few days, you're going to be able to actually open up and open for business. And people are starting to hear about you. And Yagra is like, hey, she's leaning up against the bar as you're kind of overseeing construction. And she's like, so, are we going to have, like, employees? Who's going to run the bitch?
Shh.
There's actually, so as this happens, 2 female halflings step into the door. And they're fairly attractive halfling women. They're short, so they are halflings, so they're kind of hobbit looking,
Got hairy feet. No, I'm just...
Well, I don't know.
I don't talking shit.
But they're fairly well dressed. I mean, they look like they're probably like lower class, but they look like they don't have nice clothes, but they're doing what they can with what they have. You know what I mean? They look like they tried to get dolled up, essentially. And they come up to you and they say, "Hi, my name is Danica, and this is Bryn. We're looking for work, and we've heard that you're looking for employees."
Yagra, she put out a notice.
She says, "Not gonna lie, yes. You're not gonna catch me dead working in this motherfucker. We're gonna hire people. Hey, I'm not working."
Hey, I'm proud of you.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing shit.
You're just gonna reap the benefits. It's all good. It's all good. Well, you're hired.
Just like that?
Just like that. Wait.
Okay.
Wait. So what's that asshole's name?
Oh, Emic?
Yeah. He send you?
I've never heard of him.
Fuck it then. You're hired.
So when do we start?
You can start right now.
Okay. So you sort of hire these 2 halfling girls, and they start. And so you're sort of like teaching them how to run the bar. You're teaching them how to make the various recipes. What sort of food do you think you're gonna have on your menu? Obviously, the breadsticks.
Breadsticks, of course.
So they have to learn how to make the breadsticks.
No, now, I imagine I got with Leaf in a way.
Yeah, so you definitely did, and Leaf definitely relayed the message. Definitely gave you the breadstick recipe.
How close was the other recipe?
Pretty damn close. The only real difference is that Leaf used a different spice blend to top the breadsticks with.
See? That's why we did that. It's about the spices. Now, all right then. So I think food-wise, I want some wings.
Okay.
We're gonna be a wing place. We're gonna be breadsticks. Shit. I get with Leaf in a little bit. Kind of, what other stuff did he bring to the table?
Yeah, Leaf sort of produces his own menu, and it was a very typical sort of like old English kind of pub. Like it was very much like mutton and ale kind of place.
Yes. We get a little more modern. With it.
So you want this one to be a little more classy in a way.
Yeah, classy. Get a little classy with it. I want people to feel, in a way, I want people to feel cozy, feel at home.
Feel like they're family.
Exactly. And then I do have a name.
Okay.
It's gonna be an homage in a way to the broken drum.
Okay.
It's the broken olive branch.
Oh, God bless. or just the broken branch.
Ooh.
But maybe it is an olive
But
branch.
yeah, exactly. So like maybe in like the sign.
symbol is an olive branch.
Yes, there you go.
But the broken branch just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it.
Bam.
I like it. So yeah, you teach Danica and Bryn here. You teach them how to make your menu and everything. They've actually sort of tried to. They're trying to kind of put a bug in your ear to also hire these other halfling males, Kelso and Dasher. But you're kind of not sure. You don't know necessarily if you're going to need that many employees. You're kind of waiting for the grand opening, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the grand opening happens, and Trollskull, for the first time in years, is rife with business. Your place is nice. It's classy. You and Yagra look on with pride as people are ordering your wings, enjoying the endless breadsticks. And it's sort of become a little bit over the ensuing days. Word of mouth is definitely starting to attract more and more business. And Trollskull is actually becoming, in turn, the other businesses in the alley are picking up as well. And you've kind of become a staple of the alley in a very short amount of time. And you're sort of, the Waterdavians are sort of taking note of the broken branch. And it's kind of become a bug in everybody's ear. It's been a topic of conversation around the streets of Waterdeep in a very short amount of time. Now, there is a night where you're overseeing service. You are sort of, again, keeping your ears to the ground. And you're hearing the people talk as they come in. Again, the whole purpose of this was you want to hear what's going on.
Exactly.
Right. So,
but also,
what's that?
Also, just to give class.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
So, what ends up happening is you hear somebody in there, in the bar. You hear them say, like, yeah, I think I need to stop coming here. From what I'm hearing some things.
As I kind of subtly walk by. What are you hearing?
Oh, you the owner?
I am. If there's any problems, I'd like to deal with them.
Well, we were just... My friend and I here, we were at Frunsbrew's the other day.
Oh, yeah, he's... Well, what has he been telling you?
Well, we heard that the tavern is rat-infested.
Rat-infested, huh?
Yeah, he says that's why he didn't buy it.
Oh, is that right? No. The Volo just didn't want to sell to him. We
actually work with certain health boards here in Waterdeep. Would you actually mind if we took a look at the tavern?
I mean, I would have no issue with it. I have nothing to hide.
Just look in the back room and just see if there's any sort of indication of a rat infestation?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So you walk them back kind of behind, and they take a look around behind there, kind of in the back room, and they find a ton of rat droppings all over the place. And you see scurrying across the, like as soon as they step back there, you see scurrying in the corner, running outside, a rat.
All right, then.
And I say, look, we won't tell anybody. We won't further spread the rumors, but you need to get this taken care of really soon.
It'll be dealt with. Thank you. Thank you for your discretion.
They leave, and over the course of the next few days, you're sort of trying to figure out the cause. You've actually realized that morsels of food have been planted in the outside walls. Like it looks like somebody has been boring holes into the outside walls of your tavern and putting food in there to attract the rats. And has created a small infestation of rats.
Well, seems I need some security.
And then when you're sort of like, I think you sort of are like musing about this, and Danica and Bryn are like, hey, we have our friends Kelso and Dasher that still need jobs.
If I find out that you guys did not... I didn't say this. If they can keep...
They're just little girls.
No, if they can keep this from, this sabotage from not happening, they're hired.
They start, Kelso and Dasher. They start, and they're halfling men, and they start to watch the tavern at night. So,
but I get with them. I want them to stay hidden in a way. I want to see if it doesn't stop.
Okay.
I want to see if they can find out who it is.
Okay, so you want them to kind of be sneaky about
it.
Yes. Definitely. They definitely do. They keep watch for a few nights, and they're sort of, one of them will work the day shift, one of them will work the night shift, and they're not reporting anything. They don't really see anything. However, they do report something to you that some of the buildings nearby, in the doors, like the nearby doors, they have rat faces that have been carved into them.
Same as my door as well?
No, your door is fine. But your neighbors, the people that you just kind of met, all those people have got now rat faces carved into their doors. And they're not explicitly blaming you, but they've heard some tell about oh, hey, the rumor is that fucking Anarius's place, the Broken Branch, has a rat problem, and now all of a sudden all of our doors have rat faces. Over the next couple of days, Emic has been sort of putting a bug in their ears to sign a letter that he has drafted. Emic essentially is accusing your building of being a front for a guild of were-rat thieves. So he's trying to get people to sign this. You see him kind of going through the alley from business to business looking for signatures.
I send out I want to get all the business owners together at the tavern.
Okay.
Have a
powwow.
Powwow.
I like it. You get everybody there? Is it it's like after closing time, probably?
Yeah, everybody just chill, relaxed.
Everybody's chilled,
a little bit of
relaxed.
breadsticks out, a little bit of wings.
Everybody's cautiously eating them. They trust you, but it's we heard about some rats.
No, I want to open this up to everyone, but I want to tell everyone right now that there was some sabotage on my building.
What do you mean?
The outside walls were bored in, little food morsels to attract rats. That problem was dealt with. I still don't know who did it.
So I think the first thing that happens is Vincent, who still has his hands in his pockets, by the way. Different outfit, but will not remove the hands from the pockets. Says, Vincent Trench, I'm sure you remember. Tiger's Eye.
Hey, I got a poster right there.
Aha, I like it. He says, look, I did a little bit of digging, and, Emic Froon seems like he's a bit of a dirty customer. He's gotten into some trouble himself. He tried to save some coin by fixing his own roof in defiance of the Carpenters and the Roofers Guild. Mm-hmm. He's done some bribery.
No, he is the only one with motive in a way.
He is the only one with motive, and that's why I don't trust him. He will not get my signature. But what about this guild of were-rat thieves? What's going on with this? What do you know about this?
Honestly, when I heard about that just pure bullshit.
Fala says, I was a druid once upon a time. I don't want to incriminate you, Anarius, but are any of these rats nearby?
I mean, I'm hoping I got rid of all.
If you have one nearby, I can talk to them. Surely they can see what we can't.
Well, when you find out that I kept the one as a pet.
That's horseshit.
I know.
I'm willing to take a lot of logical.
I know.
So if you want to go with that plan, though, we could certainly try. Maybe your guardsmen could try to catch one.
Yeah, we can go for that. Let's see if they can try to catch one.
Okay. So, this is what happens. Now,
You like that
over
bullshit?
the ensuing...
You like that bullshit, though?
Yeah. Over the ensuing days, the city watch is really breathing down your neck. Like, Emic is trying to really substantiate these rumors. And to where the city watch is about to have to, like, bust down your doors and investigate this were-rat thing. Over the ensuing days, you have instructed... You haven't told them too much, I don't think. I mean, that's up to you. How much have you told your halfling friends?
Enough of that a manager would tell an employee.
Right, so you're kind of need to know. You're just like, hey, if you see one of the rats, I want you to actually capture one. But that's about all you say, right?
Yes.
So Kelso happens to catch one and delivers it to you. And you bring it in to Coralon's crown. And you set it on the counter for Fala to talk to. And Fala starts to communicate with this rat for a little while. And Fala says, I think you should talk to your employees. I think they know more than they're letting on.
Thank you. Damn it. I call a powwow between Yagra, me, Leaf, and the 4 halflings.
Okay. What do you say?
So, how much is Emic paying you guys?
Well, Dasher's like, what are you talking about?
The rat spilled the beans.
Kelso's like, this is fucking bullshit. You're gonna believe what literally a rat talked?
I mean, I will believe a druid.
And then Yagra's like, I mean, this does seem pretty fishy. I mean,
everything's... Started losing my mind.
Everything's fucking fishy. She's like, I mean, what if Fala just wants you to close your shop? And, I mean...
But why? My business is helping their business.
I guess that's true. And she looks back to the halflings, and they're like, what do you have to say in your defense? Like, I don't... And like, Danica is like, I don't know why we're on trial here. What proof do you have other than a talking rat?
Just going back, not in character. They did appear like the day after I met Emic, right?
Yeah, very soon. It wasn't like literally the day. It was like a couple days.
Where did you find out about this? Where you found out about it from the notice, right?
Yeah.
Now, I should have interviewed you.
It's like I
should have asked for references.
Look,
past work history.
We can give you whatever proof you need. What do we need to do to prove we're innocent?
That's a good question.
We're hard workers. We've brought you plenty of business.
I know that, and I appreciate that. But we're on the verge of getting shut down in a way here.
But that's not our fault.
Someone's. And I'm going to find out.
Tell you what, go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Oh, shit.
Because of your...
Let me see.
Because of you being part of the True Heart Collective, I think it would make sense if you kind of had a reason to try to sniff some bullshit.
That's 12, actually.
Okay. With the 12, you don't quite buy it. You don't get a sense that they're lying, but you don't quite buy it either. You don't. It is not like completely out of your mind that they're you're not convinced that they're telling the truth, but you have no reason to think they're lying either. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, I've been good to all 4 of you. And I know that you guys need these jobs.
Yeah, we do.
But if you cannot trust me enough to tell me truly what's going on, because I can't truly buy this whole story right now. I took you guys in, paid you, and now part of me feels if you are a part of this whole thing, this sabotage.
The Yagra kind of like comes up to you and whispers in your ear, and she's like, "Look, we don't have anything to incriminate them with. We don't have any evidence. Let's see if we can get Trench to find some evidence, and then come back and hit him with this."
I'm gonna hit him with Leaf. No. You're ruining Leaf's dream. Damn it.
You're like yelling this at them. Like, that's all I care about is Leaf's dream.
Again, I do as I do in real life. He's drinking whiskey. But let's go talk to Trench, Yagra.
So the next day passes. You kind of send them on their way. They look crestfallen. You never see those four ever again. Here's what happens. You talk to Trench, and you're trying to find out some information about them, especially as the days have passed and they haven't shown up for work. You're asking him to find them. He can find nobody in town with those names.
Mm-hmm.
And Trench has kind of pushed Emick a little bit, and Emick isn't budging either. Now, the City Watch at this point is like, up your shit. The City Watch is ready to close your establishment. And they think that it is a guild of were-rat thieves, essentially. And they have called sort of a civil court in your room, in your tap room. And they sort of have a servant of the court who is holding this and asking for testimony from everybody, all of your sort of business partners,
mm-hmm.
all of the people who are also on Trollskull Alley. And one by one, you see them. Tally's like, "No, I mean, look, Anarius has always been straight with me." And then you see Embrick and Avi, who are just like Embrick's like, "I mean, Inardius is a good person, ultimately. Bit of an asshole.
Damn.
Bit of an asshole. I'm just kidding."
Love you too, buddy.
And then Fala's like, "I have no reason to believe that Inarius is harboring were-rats." And then Vincent Trench says, I know a lot of secrets about this city. I know a lot of what's worth knowing. I don't think Inarius has done anything wrong." And then Rashal kind of comes up and says, like, "Look, as far as I'm concerned, the breadstick quality is still on the up and up." I mean, look, he's put more in such a short time. Inarius has put more business into Trollskull Alley than has been in years. Wouldn't you all agree? And everybody sort of nods in agreement and everything. And Yagra's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was talking shit, but Inarius has really changed shit here. I mean, you've made a name for yourself in a short amount of time." In the middle of all of this happening, there is a loud whoosh that rattles the windows, and you hear people outside scream. And in the middle of the street, you see an expulsion of fire and flame. Charred bodies and anguished screams fly through the air. A thick cloud of acrid smoke billows outward from the blast, and it all seems to have happened right outside your door. Hey there, thanks for checking out another fantastic Nerd Bourbon video. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, leave us a like, drop us a nice comment, or I guess a mean one if that's your prerogative. But until next time, get dunked on.